Giving feedback shouldn't damage relationships. Here's how to do it right. A lot of people avoid giving feedback because they're worried about the reaction. When feedback sounds aggressive, people get defensive. They stop listening and start protecting themselves. Vague feedback leaves people guessing, and that doesn't help anybody. But people respect you for being honest and helpful when your feedback's clear and given with good intentions. The key is knowing how to structure your feedback so it's constructive and makes relationships stronger instead of harming them. It helps to start your feedback with a quick question like, "Can we talk about this morning's meeting?" This isn't really asking if it's okay, it's getting them ready to listen. It shifts their mindset from being defensive to receptive. Describe the situation by giving concrete examples of what actually happened. Then explain the impact so they understand the real consequences, not just that you're unhappy about something. And end by asking them a question to open a conversation instead of making it feel like a lecture. This is a harsh, vague approach to giving feedback to a person who is late to a meeting. You're always unprofessional and unreliable. You need to get your act together. This is unacceptable. This feedback comes out of nowhere, so the person isn't ready to hear it. Unprofessional and unreliable mean different things to everybody, too. So it isn't really clear what this means. Attacking a person's character creates immediate defensiveness. This person doesn't know exactly what they did wrong or how to fix it. They'll probably either shut down or try to fight back. This is how the formula we looked at a minute ago works in the same situation. The micro yes gets the person ready to listen. Then we give the clear, concrete facts. No blur words. Next, we explain that it's not just about being on time. It's about how it affected everybody's work. And finally, we end by asking for their perspective, respectfully. We're opening a conversation. Now, this person understands exactly what happened, why it mattered, and they have space to explain. That's constructive feedback. Take a second and think about how rephrasing harsh feedback into something more diplomatic can shift the situation from placing blame to solving problems. Helpful feedback focuses on the behavior, not the person's character. And we want to avoid blur words, which are vague terms that mean different things to different people. Unprofessional could mean anything, and lazy is a character judgment. It isn't feedback that somebody can use to improve. And disorganized doesn't give any clear information about what needs to be improved. When we say exactly what happened and what the effect was, people actually understand what needs to be improved and why. Good feedback balances honesty with encouragement. Starting by acknowledging somebody's strengths shows we're not just criticizing them, we're recognizing they're good at some things too. Addressing the issue in a clear and specific way without any blur words removes any confusion. And focusing on the future puts the problem in the past. What happened, happened. And we're not dwelling on the mistake. We're moving towards improvement. Take a minute and think about how these collaborative phrases show that we're solving the problems together. And don't make people feel like they're being attacked. People respond a lot better to this approach. Next time you need to give feedback, use the structure we looked at today. Avoid blur words and try to acknowledge something good about the person. Feedback doesn't have to damage relationships. When you structure it well, it actually builds trust and respect. In the next video, we'll look at how to receive feedback professionally. Being on the receiving end has its own challenges. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.